Super Archer Blimps. What do you do? How do you use them? CWL is coming up here soon, and Town Hall 15 is hard enough without knowing the exact details of what to do with a SAP. What is up, guys? My name is TipDog20. I'm with the Clash Tips YouTube channel. First attack coming at us from Shawty with the good guys. He starts it out with the typical 5 or 6 balloons that you're going to see with pretty much all Super Archer Blimps. He puts down his Warden. You want that Warden to be on ground so that way it can pull out any CC troops, especially if it's an E-Titan. You're going to let those troops go, put in your Blimp, and then you're going to tome your Blimp into the core of the base. And this type of Super Archer Blimp works really well against these open, really toxic ring bases. Those bases where it's extremely difficult to get into the core, to get that town hall. There's a ton of damage. You can take care of all of that damage by just invising some super archers, doing a double clone, throwing down a rage, and then throwing your invisibility spells down. This is a beautiful attack. It works on all of these bases as long as you follow the appropriate steps, and Shawty's here to show us the way. He's going to follow up this attack, of course, with E-Titans. Now, the key with E-Titans, as you've seen in my other Super Archer Blimp attacks that I've shown on this channel, is you want to make sure that those E-Titans stay inside the base. If there is a third layer, you have to funnel them into that third layer so that way they don't walk around. If you have a multi-target Inferno that is sitting there in the core that is still up that your super archers have not gotten down, then they will burn up your healers. So you have to make sure that those E-Titans stay in the core. He's doing that, or he's attempting to do that with baby dragons. You can do that funneling with your RC. Fortunately, in this case, his queen stayed behind and is able to take out those buildings in the core. For example, if his queen had not gone into the core, look at that single target Inferno. That single target Inferno is back far enough to where those E-Titans cannot target it, and so that single target Inferno would have roasted through his troops one by one, but thankfully his queen is there. His queen is there to save the day. She is targeting something other than just the walls, because we know that the queen is the ultimate wall breaker, and she's able to take down that single target Inferno. Same with that scatter shot. That scatter shot would just slowly pick off his troops if he had not had the opportunity to have his Archer Queen right there in the middle, and she's able to take all of that down. Absolutely beautiful attack. This is how you do the Super Archer Blimp. Those E-Titans are super powerful. Most of these attacks do use the E-Titans, but this is how you do it. Let's go ahead and show you the second attack on how you do the Super Archer Blimp. Second attack coming at us from TipDog20. Oh, wait, that's me. Gonna be doing the same exact entry. Wait, is this echo in here? Am I hearing myself talk? I'm going to put down 5 loons with the Warden on ground. Going to send in that Super Archer Blimp. Going to tome that Blimp over to the middle. Going to place that Blimp right down between that little area where I know that there's not a ton of giant bombs. I know that there's not likely the tornado thingy that's going to spin it around. I'm going to do the Invis. I'm going to do the Rage Spell. I'm going to do the double clone, and then I'm just going to Invis past that point. And look at all the value that my Super Archer Blimp is able to get. Any base that you see that has open walls like this, where there's a core, a central core of a lot of high point defenses, you're going to want to take out that core with your Super Archer Blimp, and then you're going to want to walk your E-Titans around through the core. You want to make sure that they stay in on that second level. You can see that I'm doing that with my queen, and then I'm funneling down the line with a couple of balloons and a baby dragon to make sure that all of my troops duck around the wall and they cut inside, and they're just able to take everything out one by one. E-Titan Super Archer Blimp smash, absolutely ridiculous. We got to make sure that you get that Super Archer Blimp in there. I'm going to funnel on this bottom side with my Royal Champion, and then I brought in a couple wizards just to make sure that my E-Titans, my king, my queen, my healers, all of those stay inside the base. And as you can see, the wizards are doing the job. My RC is doing the job. Everything is making sure that it all stays right there inside. I did throw down a headhunter just because I wanted to make sure that we got through that enemy queen. We got through that enemy queen as quickly as possible. I love those skellies. The skellies come up and they're just like, I'm going to defeat you. You're going to... and they all die. I just absolutely love it. My RC's cutting around the corner. Now, this is where I start to lose my funnel, per se. but pretty much the whole base is dead at this point. I have pretty much 5 full health E-Titans. I have an almost full health RC. Ability just went off. I have not used my Queen ability. My King is not still up. I was about to say my King is still up, but my King died very, very recently, and this is all that there is left of the base. Super Archer Blimp, attack number 2 example. Let's get on to attack number 3. Attack number 3 coming at us from Spartacus in the Good Guys. Spartacus is actually one of our new players, but he does the Super Archer Blimp absolutely gorgeous, beautifully. He starts out with a Warden Walk, which I found was very, very interesting. He does not use the typical loons in the fashion that you're thinking of. He throws down a Headhunter instead to go after that RC. He tomes in that Headhunter. At the same time, he's toming in that Super Archer Blimp. That Super Archer Blimp is going to take out a ton of defenses that are around it. In this case, he only uses 1 clone spell. Again, that is personal preference. I like to go with the double tome spell. If there was a double tome spell, that would be absolutely amazing. Or a double Grand Warden tome ability. But he's going to use 1 clone spell, and he was able to get everything that he wanted to get out of this. The one thing that I really like about this attack is he does not use E-Titans. Instead, he decides to bring in a Yeti Super Archer army, and it is absolutely gorgeous to watch. I love watching this attack. Now, the negative thing about the Yetis is that you don't have that aura, so you might be pestered by some skellies that are going to come in. He does throw down a couple witches. Hopefully those skellies can help just distract from those enemy skellies that are going to be coming in. But the positive thing about using Yetis is that they have the Yeti Mites, which can take down defenses over the wall, just like that aura on your E-Titans can. But this attack goes the exact same way as if you're doing a Super Archer Blimp E-Titan Smash. We're going to call this the Sab Yeti Super Archer Smash, and it is absolutely gorgeous. He takes it around. Everything's just kind of pummeling around the base, taking care of stuff one by one. The only thing that I would have been worried about is that single target Inferno, but thankfully his Yetis are able to beat through the wall to get down that single target Inferno, because that single target Inferno was definitely giving him some problems. He probably could have brought a super wall breaker or even some regular wall breakers in there in order to take care of that. But just marching around the base, just like an E-Titan Smash does, taking care of everything one by one, doing an absolute beautiful job. Now, if you go into CWL, if you're going to be using a Super Archer Blimp, make sure that you watch these videos. You get an idea of how it is that you need to attack with a Super Archer Blimp, what type of army it is that you need to bring in afterwards. We're seeing, obviously, Yetis, as you can see with this attack. Second, we're seeing the E-Titans. Third, we're seeing Hydra. So that may be something that we're going to showcase in a future video. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more amazing attacks just like this amazing Super Archer Yeti Super Archer Blimp. Wow, that's a lot of words video. Until then, we will see you next video. My name is TipDog20 with the Clash Tips YouTube channel. Later.